Hello everyone, welcome back to Geetu Chandra Vlogs. This is Geetu Chandra if you haven't met me before. Today we're going to discuss a major topic in OET reading part C, the opinion type of questions. I've got a lot of queries regarding opinion type of questions because they don't know what to expect, how to answer this kind of questions, what kind of questions you'll get as opinion type of questions. So here I'm going to explain that one in detail. Here we have got a 75% rule for opinion type of questions. If you haven't seen that before, please watch the video for more details. So let's move on to the video. So let's get into the topic. When they say identify the writer's opinion, so I would like to quote a famous idiom over here. Read between lines. What does it imply? When they say read between the lines, you try to understand what the writer implies, but doesn't explain or states directly when they write or say something. So here you try to understand what they implies instead of the direct explanation. So they won't give you a direct clue regarding this. You have to find out the hidden secrets or hidden strategies behind this. They will explain the things in a hidden way. So that is the point in finding out opinion answers. Okay, so let's get some examples of opinion type of questions.
What point does a writer make in this second paragraph? In the fifth paragraph, it is suggested that. In the third paragraph, the writer states that. In the second paragraph, the writer highlights the importance of something. Fifth question. In the second paragraph, some critics believe. The another question. In the fourth paragraph, what is the writer's attitude regarding so and so? So this is the type of questions you might get during your exam as opinion type of questions. So this will give an idea of what kind of questions you can get. So please take a note of this kind of questions. This will help you to understand which kind of questions are opinion type of questions. So this all are asking you to tell the implied meaning. So this is opinion type of questions.
So the methodology, what methodology you're gonna use when you solve reading part C. Here you can try to use question, text, answer method. How does it works? Always read the question part. The question part is the most important session. Here you need to read the questions very carefully. There you might get some clue words or signal words. That is a guiding point to get a proper answer. So read the questions first. That is the first step. Then the second step, text. Read the text very clearly. Look for all the signal words, all the clue words in the text. That may guide you to get a proper answer. So some of the students try to use another method, like they read the question, read the options, then they go back to the text. So here you get confused. You may lose your extra time over there. You will be comparing the other answer and you will get prejudiced about a specific options. You may fixed to particular options, so that may not be the correct option. It would be better or it would be advisable, always read the question, go to the text, read the text very clearly, get the clue words, signal words, then move to the options. So here this reading of text will give you a proper idea about the question. Then that will help you to select appropriate option. So this is a methodology which is very useful and which is very effective when you try reading part C. Read the question, read the text and move on to the option. How are you going to try that QTA method? So when you get the question, always stay focused, because if you lose your time, if you are very vigilant about your time, you can't focus on your question. So make sure that you are focused. Don't worry about the time. Don't worry about the surroundings. Focus your question. So that is the main theme you need to do. Then analyze. Here, how you gonna analyze? Your options may confuse you. They will give you a different idea. So you will be confused with different options. So always make sure that you are analyzing the options. You may get confused with complex sentences, commas, punctuations, or difficult sentences. Some of the sentences will be given that particularly means entirely matches with the options which is given in the sentence, which is given in the paragraph, but it may contain some of the added information which may mislead you. So always be vigilant when you analyze the information. Commas, punctuations, complex sentences. The complex sentences may contain independent or dependent clauses. So that also gives you a different idea and you get confused. Even sophisticated language will be used over there. So be very vigilant and please be ready to get or to understand such kind of questions. So this is what analyze. So logical reasoning, the final stage of getting the proper answer. Here you need to get 100% match sentence. So when you get a proper sentence, it should be very clear that it has a close match with the text which is given. Exactly the 100% match. Don't satisfy for the 75% or 50%, even 80%. Always think about 100%. Always satisfy the 100% rule. So let's start the 75% rule. I'm not promising you it is 100% correct, but 75% you can believe that this answer might be wrong or this answer might be correct. So 75% rule gonna help you to solve your opinion type of questions. So let's see what is 75% rule. First one, they change the subject. For example, women are particularly vulnerable to fractures. Older adults are particularly vulnerable to fractures. So here, entirely they have changed the subject. You may read the sentence clearly, but you may miss the subject. So you get the proper information which is given in the paragraph or the text. You may confuse with the subject. You don't even get the time to read or to understand or to analyze that the subject is different. So this is a confusing technique. Make sure that you are not confusing over there. The comparison type of options. The side effects of particular medication X is worse than medication Y. Here they have used a factual information. It is not just like an opinion. So be careful when you are reading such kind of comparison. So this comparison also misleads you to select a wrong answer. This won't be the proper answer because it doesn't explain a whole paragraph. It doesn't give a whole idea or the main idea of the paragraph. So it won't be a proper answer. When they use the comparison, be very careful to understand that it won't be a proper answer. Increase or decrease. For example, there has been an increase in side effects from the medication X or Y. Here, increase or decrease. When they use increase or decrease, be conscious, be alert. It gives a misleading information. So it may be the wrong answer. Don't always focus that or get confirmed that this is the correct answer. I'm going to select this option directly and you are going to select a wrong answer over there. Once you get this kind of increase or decrease option, stop there. Just analyze and check the other options as well. When you get a proper relation to the question or when you get a proper 100% match with the question, select the other one. Don't go for it unless you are very clear. Expressing 100% certainty with will, must, always. When you get such kind of options, that is an alarm for you. The medication X always causes side effects. This is an alarm for you. It won't be a correct option. It is a misguiding information. So be vigilant over there. have added details which is not mentioned in the paragraph. For example, infection in people with dementia should not always be diagnosed and treated. Here, the word diagnosed may be an added information. The sentence exactly look same as which is there in the text, but they have added some of the information. For example, the diagnosis. This may mislead you or confuse you. Be very clear when you select the option. Next one, informal expressions. For example, medication X has too many side effects. What is too many? Too many is an informal expression. When they use any informal expressions, think about it. Don't go for it. Just clearly analyze the other options. This may be the wrong answer. Expresses an appropriate degree of certainty. The medication X may causes side effects. Look for the words may, might, could. These all words explain the possibility. Sometimes the words that explain the possibility may be the correct option. Look for 100% match over there. If it's fulfilling that 100% match, then go for it. Sophisticated vocabulary. Overprescription of medication X by certain doctors raises possibility of conflict of interest. It's a sophisticated vocabulary. Possibility of conflict of interest of. You might get confused with these words. You won't even understand what do they mean. You won't understand what is a proper exact meaning or what does it implies. You may ignore that option, but the sophisticated answer may be the correct option. That is, the decorated answers may be the correct one. The very vital type of options. The main ideas can be found in the independent clause within a complex sentence. When you get a complex sentence, what you're gonna do? You might ignore that option. Even I do the same. But if you are going to ignore that option, you are going to lose your mark because that might be the correct option. Okay, when you get a complex sentence, understand what is independent clause and dependent clause. So let me give a brief idea regarding independent and dependent clause. Independent clause is a group of words with subject and verbs. It gives a sense on its own as a sentence. Dependent clause. Here, this is also a group of words with subject and verb. But it does not give a sense on its own as a sentence. It does not stand alone. For example, I'll give you an example of independent clause. Jane ate pasta. This is an independent clause. You can say this sentence as alone, like Jane ate pasta. But as an independent clause, you can write because she was hungry. You can't state this sentence alone because it depends on the independent clause. You can state this sentence together like Jane ate pasta because she was hungry. So this is what the difference between independent clause and dependent clause. While the medication X may cause mild side effects, the potential benefits should not be ignored. Which is the dependent clause and the independent clause? The sentence starting with while. So while the medication X causes mild side effects. This is a dependent clause. It can't stand alone. What is the opinion? The second one, the potential benefits should not be ignored. That is the correct option. The independent clause may contain the answer choices. The final one, but the common one, synonym. Always find the synonyms, exact meaning synonyms. That will give you a proper answer. So this is what I meant to share with you, the 75% rule. Please make a note of it and try to practice this type of methodologies when you answer a reading part C opinion type of questions. When you practice this one, I promise you, I assure you, you can be an expert in OET reading part C, especially in opinion type of questions. You're gonna score your opinion type of questions.
Let's try to do one task. QTA method, the question. In the fifth paragraph, it is suggested that. So, what does the fifth paragraph suggest? So, let's move on to the text. Brain control process, prosthetics, paragraph 5. However, this technique won't work for stroke patients like Kathy Hutchinson. So, note that point. Some researchers are skipping directly to the brain. Full stop. In principle, this should be straightforward because signals from specific parts of the body go to specific parts of the brain. Scientists should be able to create sensation of touch or proprioception in the limb by directly activating the neurons that normally receive those signals. However, electrical stimulation, all neurons close to the electrodes tip are activated indiscriminately. That's a different word. So, even if I had the sharpest needle in the universe, that could create unintended effects. Say Arto Nomico, a neuroengineer. For example, an attempt to create sensation in one finger might produce sensation in other parts of the hand as well, he says. So this is about the paragraph, the text. So let's move on to the options. Several nerves may be able to be reconnected. Severed nerves. Severed nerves. It is not been seen anywhere in the paragraphs because I couldn't find that one in the paragraph. There is no synonyms as well. They didn't said anything regarding reconnected. So it's completely a wrong sentence. It's not been given in the paragraph. Wrong information. The option B. More research needs to be done on stroke victims. Have you seen any words regarding stroke victim? I can see a sentence. Some researchers are skipping directly to the brain. So the researchers skipping directly to the brain. So see, more research needs to be done on stroke victims. Researchers are skipping directly to the brain. So the subject is changed over here. The subject was brain. Here they changed into stroke victims. So that is a wrong answer. So option C. It is difficult for scientists to pinpoint precise areas with an electrode. So let's keep that option there. Option D. Scientists' previous ideas about the brain have been overturned. They haven't mentioned anything about overturned or the synonyms of that same word itself. So scientist, instead of scientist, they might have meant neuroengineer, but absolutely this information is not described in this text as well. So this is a wrong information. It's not been given in the paragraph. So option D is wrong one. So let's move on to the option C. It is difficult for scientists to pinpoint precise areas with an electrode. So here it means scientist says it is difficult to precise the effects with an electrode, precise the areas. So what it is mentioned in the paragraph. However, with electrical stimulation, all neurons close to the electrode tips, all neurons that is close to the electrode tips are activated indiscriminately. All the neurons are activated. So this is the implied meaning over here. They are saying it is difficult to pinpoint precise areas with an electrode. Using an electrode, it is very difficult to pinpoint a particular area, a specific point. And the same meaning is implied here as it is indiscriminately activating or stimulating all the neurons at the electrode tip. So option C is the correct answer.
I've got many suggestions or many questions regarding the practice materials. Many of the students might have completed almost the reading materials which is available in the social media. So if you finished reading all the reading materials in the social media, don't worry. I'm going to give you a suggestion. This is a top tip. Download Medscape app. This is great. This is very essential. When you download that one, try to read the news which has been given over there. This will probably help you to improve your skills, especially in reading part C. You will get sentences like opinion type of sentences. So this is gonna help you. Stay focused. Practice regularly. It is not all about just hard work. It's a smart work. So be ready for the task. Always practice with all this 75% rule and make a note of it. This will surely help you to quickly collect your answer and it will save your time. So if you get an idea regarding such kind of options or such kind of distractors, this will probably help you to score better or to minimize the errors. At the same time, keep a diary with yourself. When you note down a new word, write it down on your diary. This will increase your vocabulary, which will improve your speaking and writing skills. Alright? And apart from that, you can build the confidence only by the practice. Please practice regularly. Consistency is very important when you want to succeed in a particular exam or anything. The consistency is very, very vital for improving your scores. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Please share this video if you really like it. We'll meet you in another video. Thank you.